Hey, you guys. How are you guys? I hope that you can hear me okay. It's kind of early, but the kids are in school. Hey, Katie. And I figured, why not come on while they're gone and chat with you guys about this Letecia Stauch stuff. So I did a little live last night just talking with LFT because Decipher was supposed to go live, and she still was wanting to chat about. They still wanted to chat about some of this stuff, but they had some things come up. In that live, we mentioned Letecia, but I thought she needed an entire dedicated live, especially for people who didn't watch that, who may miss that. Hey, Sassy Patriot. You haven't snazzy trinkets jewelry. Oh my gosh. Hey, 7 of us. I'm going to take you guys through it. Hey, Pops and Sass. She's pure evil. So in 2020, her stepson went missing, Gannon. He was 11, and she claimed at the time that he went to a friend's house to play. His dad was out of town. His mom was across the country. There was lots of bizarre things that happened, like she accidentally recorded her yelling at Gannon. He was caught on camera going out to the truck, but never caught coming in. She did an interview with the local news with her back to the camera. And actually, what we're going to do, I think, today is, so you guys that don't know the case and don't know everything, I'm going to go through her letter, what she's doing right now, and then we're going to take a second and we're going to go back to the video that she accidentally posted of her yelling at Gannon. We're going to go back to the video of Gannon going to the truck that morning. And then the other thing that I thought that we could look at is that interview where she has her back to the camera after she was arrested. See, she was arrested before Gannon was found. After she was arrested, he was found. She was arrested based on other evidence. Then they found his body in Florida. It had been thrown like over an overpass, like it was meant to go in the water, but it landed on the rocks. He was in a suitcase with his blankets. It must have been so brutal because when they found his body, they put 3 new charges on her, like qualification charges. I guess like to make, like, you know how if it's a person of that was supposed to take care of them, then it qualifies it to be, for a longer time. Well, hers there was, because it was blunt force trauma, a knife, and a gun used, and I believe there were a few more. She's got a ton of charges, but she completely tortured this baby. She told all these different stories. Then she gets arrested, and then she attacks one of the officers that's trying to take her back to Colorado. And she's just, it's one thing after another. She got in trouble for trying to escape. She was writing about, thinking that she could make it out the window of her cell. So there's a lot to it. So let's see. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Nikki Rex. Oh my God, Anna, I know my heart broke too. I want to go back and kind of refresh on all of that. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Good morning. So I'm told, Michelle, that there is, for Lyric and Devin, LFT said that they have put in the petition to move it to adult court. It just hasn't, went through yet. So hopefully if that goes through, we'll get some more information. Oh, you're welcome. I mean, I know, Anonymous, that's one of the reasons that this case grabbed me. Well, my son was 11 at the time. He looked similar to Gannon. But not only that, when he was still missing and they arrested her, they had a press conference, and the parents, they just held each other and sobbed and cried. And oh my God. Oh, Michelle, thank you. Oh, I cannot wait to see. Thank you so much. Be careful. And when I get paid, I'll send you some gas money. I get paid on the 21st of every month. So I just got paid this month. Oh my gosh, I barely had money after my bills, but on the 21st of next month, do not let me forget so I can give you some gas money and stuff, please. Lynn, don't let me forget that if you remember. I hope it goes through too. Hey, Katie Rose, or welcome, Katie Rose. Thank you. Thank you for joining. I don't want no gas money. Well, I can buy you a couple coffees or something. Yeah. Okay, so here, let me share with you guys. Yeah, welcome, Katie. I need to do more member stuff. I do have some stuff on there. I thought like, I don't want to put true crime stuff there unless it's like old solved crimes. That might be different. But so I basically was just putting like the other side of my life, showing on the members only, kind of some of the behind the scenes stuff. There's several videos, but I haven't done any for a month or so. I need to do something else. Okay, thank you, Lynn. Because I wanted to be a slash jag. I forgot, aren't you? Didn't you say you keep rewatching the end of that video? They petitioned the court to try him as an adult. Oh my goodness, thank God. Okay, so Letecia Stauch says that her rights have been violated. She's not getting her kosher food right. And she also said, where's the other one? I'm going to pull up her actual written thing. Now, I thought this was funny. She is suing the jail, right? She can't, it's not actually going to be, it won't go through until she has the $35 to file. So, yeah, now we know that we've already been through. By the way, she's tried, that's another thing she's done, you guys. She has claimed, she's tried to say that she was insane. She's passed like 2 or 3 different evaluations. And during one of them, she comes in right before her second one. She comes into the courtroom and starts flipping the lights on and off and moaning and spinning in circles. And she's just going to like all lengths to try to get out of this. I don't know what she's going to do. Hey, Delaney. Oh, Pops and Sass. I know. Me too. I hope nobody does too, Sassy Patriot. Okay. So I'm going to read just a couple pages off of this. So she says that her kosher, she's not being fed kosher. She's not getting medical treatment. Dude, these are complaints of all inmates. Letecia, you're not special. However, do they need to fix the system maybe a little bit? Yeah, I think they do. Not necessarily for child killers like her, but maybe for other people who are in there for smaller things. They shouldn't be treated like animals, right? But our system from A to Z needs redone. Child protective services, immigration, everything. So, but the criminal justice system is just, if you haven't heard of Jessica Kent, go check out her videos. She used to be in prison. She's in recovery. She has an awesome channel, a large channel, and she has all kinds of information on that. Okay, so I'm going to start with this. I'm going to read from here because I'm going to read off my phone while I have it up here. Well, I think we'll just go through it. Okay. Kosher violations. From July 21 to February 22, my First Amendment right was violated by means of my kosher diet. Inmates sign an agreement stating they will adhere to the policy and follow their kosher diet guidelines to avoid interruption of meals and services. During this time, I expressed several concerns of the meals not being wrapped appropriately. Items that were not kosher approved being placed in our diets, and the violation of sanitation by putting kosher on open trays. I asked deputies to alert their superiors that the policy and custom by El Paso County Jail was not prohibited per the religious affiliation. Below are a list of inmate kites that followed. Our staff refused to contact Trinity Food Services and let administration know of the violations. I guess that kite must be something with their cafeteria people coming. Okay, the jail continued to ignore the customs and policy for kosher inmates and placed the blame on the contractor, Trinity Foods. However, the contractor is conducting business in El Paso County Jail, and administration SSGTs failed to monitor or adjust violations. During court transport in September of 2021 and November 2021 and February 2022, I advised the deputies that they were not providing kosher meals while at court and eating the Sack lunches were a violation of our kosher sign policy. I also asserted my First Amendment right on each occasion and asked the jail to adhere to their policy on religious diets. After several attempts, I noticed retaliation and was not provided my kosher, or my meal was delayed for hours when other kosher and non-kosher inmates had theirs. On February 12th, Deputy Stingle, that's a defendant in her case, a named defendant in her lawsuit, sent in a violation of kosher to religious programs, and they terminated my meal. From February 14th until February 28th, I sent several kites and asked SSGTs could they provide the proof. I guess kite is like kind of like a way to send a message then. Could they provide the proof and reason behind the suspension that I did not violate the agreement? That in fact the jail continued to show direct link between the policy and constitutional injury. During this time, I received notification that Deputy Stingle observed me violating the diet by eating other foods. I explained to her that these purchased items on commissary were not excluded. Oh, so a deputy saw her eating something else and tried to tell on her. I think a kite is actually when they like write something on a piece of paper and throw it under their door. Maybe I'm wrong. I can't see comments yet, so y'all can correct me in a minute. Okay, so once again, asked the jail to hold a meeting or some form of hearing demonstrating that I did not adhere and that these actions were not prejudice on behalf of Stingle. Instead, I received unjust punishment as a result of this individual who was competent and who showed extreme indifference more than negligence toward my First Amendment right. From February 14th to August 14th, I was suspended from my diet, which led to weight loss, depression, and being limited to one meal a day because of excessive commissary prices. Boo fucking who, bitch. Excuse me, I'm sorry, y'all. I can't stand her, and this is bullshit. You're sitting here whining about, I only got one a day, and I was depressed, and I had weight loss, and blah, 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 blah. Well, maybe you shouldn't hurt little fucking babies. How about that? Excuse my language. Anyways, I suffered conflicts between myself and substantial burdens on my religious practice. This led me to modified religious beliefs and being forced to eat regular meals and or non-kosher items or not eat at all. I received my kosher back on August 14th after 6 months. Immediately, the disregard to our customs provided more constitutional injury, First and 14th Amendment. On August 17th, I expressed the violations to Deputy Snipe, another named defendant. You are so fucking full of yourself, Letecia. And how the jail continued to fail at controlling, direction, or supervising others for our rights explained in the inmate handbook and our First Amendment right to practice religion. I explained to her that the meal for lunch and dinner were not approved items and were processed with other foods causing contamination. I also addressed the need to reach out to her superiors to help bring the kitchen in compliance with their policy. After all, she was a party to violation and continued operation. I think there's only one more. So Deputy Snipe, that named defendant in her lawsuit, became confrontational and abused her power while acting in official capacity. She insisted that the meal was correct, ignored my claim to a First Amendment right, and refused to serve me with a proper kosher diet. She was competent because she acknowledged the error but explained that she was too busy to deal with it. She accepted Trinity's reasoning and did not alert her superiors that our rights were being violated, even though the first duty oath of office is to protect individual rights. She even stated, if you don't like it, don't come to jail. Go, deputy. This is go, Deputy Snipe. If you don't like it, don't come to jail. This is not the first time that she was retaliated. The first time she retaliated with comments such as these. Retaliated with comments? She replied. She said, if you don't like it, don't come to jail. That's not retaliating. God, Letecia, you make me so frustrated. In fact, she was also a deputy who ignored the violations that I listed in 2021. Deputies are our only means to correct a meal while locked down for 21 to 22 hours a day. And thank God you're locked down 22 hours a day because you are an evil, dangerous biatch. The following is the next few non-compliances. 8:15 non-kosher. 8:16 no proteins for kosher meals and extremely low calorie. 8:17 non-kosher lunch and dinner. 818, the most striking of the kosher violations from Trinity Foods was when they served smeat, which is processed meat, with non-kosher items in a plant around pork. They will claim that no pork touched this meat, but the meal was a violation and contamination of non-kosher either way. This item has always been excluded from any kosher meals. Throughout this time, I was told that a Trinity employee named Tim, that's the last page we have right here. Basically, she is fussing and bitching about stuff that, I mean, for one, they weren't eating kosher as a household. Now, don't get me wrong. I think that we all, our rights are important. But then again, it's like she is reaching and trying for any little thing she can to raise hell. No, she's not Jewish. I know, Dee Dee. I had to laugh when she said she'd lost weight. I was a counselor at a federal halfway house. Criminals wanted kosher. Oh, Katie, I know. I don't know. Maybe she's Jewish now. Yeah, she's lucky she gets to eat. So nobody kills her before her trial and conviction. Okay, so we're going to go back. Hey, Mr. Tomato Head. Hey, Allison. Violet, happy you're here. Hey, Madhouse. She doubled. Yeah. So did you see she doubled since she isn't skipping no meals? Well, she's saying she lost weight. So Nikki Rex, I miss you. Okay, so we're going to go back and, what religion gives you the right to kill an innocent child? Who gives a damn about your kosher diet? I just think that she's literally trying anything she can. It isn't the Hilton. Oh, Ellen, you know. Okay, so I'm going to pull up. We're going to go through and refresh our memory. She's going to court soon. I want to go through some of the things that happened in the beginning that we may not have, So first we're going to start with the video of Gannon. The night, the accidental upload, right? The accidental recording or whatever that she took, which I think Plunder has a really good version of that. So one sec. I would hope, I want to try to aim for more early lives like this. I don't know if it's going to work out. So, but let's see. I'm usually not a morning person, but it's just easier because nobody's here. Okay, Gannon Stauch video recording. She claims she accidentally recorded. We'll play it from WTAF. I don't know where these ladies are. I'll tell you this. When Gannon's case was breaking, they had all the information. So I was on their channel all the time. Cha-cha, good point. You lose your rights when you take somebody else's away. This video needs to be shown at open statements. I think that we should. I mean, we've had access to all the hearings. I'm starting to get scared after what's happening with Lori Vallow. I got to be honest, because they're they're actually taking our rights away. We're supposed to have the right to be there, but we still do in person. That's how they get away with it, and I don't know. I'm worried. There's no way the jail could provide kosher. There would have to be 2 kitchens to be really kosher. To the video once was enough. Well, Eris, just come back in about 1 minute or 2 minutes. It's only a minute long. Some people in here haven't seen it, so I do want to share it. And then we'll go to the next thing we'll see is the video of them going out to the car that morning. And then I want to watch part of her interview. So now, they flipped the video because when it was recorded initially, you couldn't really tell what it was. But this is the bed, and I think that's Gannon's sister. Okay, that's what was said at the time. It looks like right there, if you see, this is like a foam wedge that you like put your legs on and or lay back on. And this comes into play when his body is found. She takes pictures of Gannon the next day and in his bed. in these pictures, people have wondered if he's okay because his hands are really swollen. Remember, he had all those defensive wounds on his hands. We found that out in the pretrial hearing, which we only got live tweets, but I did a live on that. You can find it on my channel going through it. I will warn you, if you go back, it was emotional because that's the first we heard of his injuries, and they opened with his injuries. But okay. I just thought, though, those photos of him that she took the next day, actually, I'll pull those up too. So let's hear this, and I'll pull that up.
Well, devastating. Initially, Scott, I can't lie, when the TMZ...
Gannon, I promise this is the last time I'm going to ask you. I'm just freaked out, okay? Are you sure you didn't do it on purpose?
He did it.
Okay, you promise. You promise.
On purpose.
Pinky promise.
Pinky.
Okay, all right. So listen. We're all right. We're gonna have to sell stuff to fix it. Okay. So we figure out what we got to sell. We can sell the sofa. We can sell whatever, because we got to get it fixed. So, lady, don't be mad at us and kick us out of the house. Okay. You got it?
Oh my God, you guys, that poor baby. Oh my God almighty. So this was an accidental video. So now there was a photo in the affidavit, which I have it printed out, and I'm going to pull up. I found a Crime Online article talking about the affidavit. I don't know if they published the photos of him in his bed in that or not. But in those photos, in the affidavit, we see a picture of like a blood stain on the bed. And then it looks as if there's like wax melted over it too, or some kind of burn. So, oh my God. He was not alive in those photos. Well, I was just thinking about it, and I can look at it on my own, but do you remember his hands were really swollen? Like at the time, that was a big, it was a big thing, like talking about his hands. And then we hear that his hands are covered in defensive wounds. I am worried televised trials will no longer be allowed in court after all the memes and backlash witnesses got. Oh my, I hope not. I wanted to replay, but Air S is asking if it's over. Let's see. So maybe we'll just wait, and I can go. I'll save that there. We can come back to it. I'm going to switch now to this article about the affidavit. I have the affidavit printed out at my mom's house next door. So I don't have, access. It's okay, Eris. We'll come back. I'll come if you want me to. We can look at the affidavit and then play it again in a second after we kind of refresh. I want to watch the video of him going out to the car. So yeah, just stay. We have a lot of other things that we can look at. And maybe this will actually have the video of him going out to the car, this Daily Mail article. I don't know. So investigators believe Gannon Stauch's stepmom violently killed him in his bedroom after finding the 11-year-old's blood soaked into his mattress, splattered up a wall, and stained on the floor. Now, this document came out before he was found. So we don't even have all the information. We just have what came out in the arrest affidavit document before he was found, and then the pretrial hearing after. But you know, when the trial comes, there's going to be a lot they have to fill in, and a lot we're going to learn. I fear it's going to be a very devastating trial. Letecia violently killed her stepson and lied to investigators. The 32-page document was shared across various social media platforms and authenticated by various local outlets. The DailyMail.com has obtained a copy of the affidavit. Gannon Stauch went missing from his Colorado home on January 27th and was discovered last month, so in April, I believe, by construction workers. When was this written? Is there a date? Yes, published April 3rd. So he was found in March then. Here she is. Oh my gosh. There's little Gannon. Precious boy. This is the press conference I was telling you guys about that just like hooked me from the beginning, because the parents were just so, I don't know, let's see. They were just
News Nation.
It was just so pitiful to see them going through this, and they were not together, right? But they're leaning on each other, and I don't know. They broke my heart. I sobbed crying watching it, and
Today marks 5 weeks since the investigation into the disappearance of Gannon Stauch. We're holding the press conference to update you on some significant developments. While we've yet to locate Gannon, this morning, just after 8:00 a.m. East Coast time, Letecia Stauch was taken into custody in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina without incident.
now I do want to say, I can't see your comments yet, but when it comes time for the trial, I think I'll cover every day, and maybe every other day. I want to shut off all like super chats and all of that, and do like his mom. I know that she's created like a Venmo and a PayPal for because she's traveling back and forth, right? And she has to stay in a hotel and stuff like that. So during the trial, I definitely want to help out. I've sent some money myself personally when I've had it, and they had other, court dates. But yeah, I definitely want to do that here and try to help mom, because, she lives on the East Coast, and she has to have babysitters and travel expenses and, food and all of that. Not to mention she's missing work, and yeah.
By law enforcement officers from the El Paso County Sheriff's Office, the Denver and Columbia divisions of the FBI, the Myrtle Beach, South Carolina Police Department, the Horry County, South Carolina Police Department, and Sheriff's Office.
Why does that look like that?
Held without bond in the J. Reuben Long Detention Center in Horry County, South Carolina, where she will remain until she's extradited back to Colorado Springs on the following charges. Charge 1, murder in the first degree of a child under 12 years of age
Oh,
by a
God.
person in a position of trust. Child abuse resulting in death.
Oh, my God. You can already hear his mom.
Tampering with a deceased human body, and tampering with physical evidence. I cannot stress enough what a difficult time this has been for Gannon's family. Like Jackie said, they've provided a written statement, but they will not, and they won't be providing any interviews at this time.
My
And I ask
God.
that you protect their privacy. This has been a rapidly developing and highly complex investigation, and it underscores the importance of teamwork in the law enforcement agents in our community.
My God.
As
Whew.
always, the tragic cases like this never happen. It is precisely why the extremely close relationships we enjoy with our local, state, and national law enforcement partners becomes the most important. The list of people from around the country that have worked many, many long hours and invested themselves so deeply and is long. And
Whew, you guys. Okay, let's keep going though, because we have a lot to look at. Included in the documents are photos of his room and mattresses, as well as some of the 50 droplets of blood splatter that were found on the walls near the bed. So right here, they had to remove the carpet, you can see, and the padding, and down to the concrete, there's a blood stain. It was down in the outlet. So there's photos of him on his bed right here in the corner that she took that morning. That's the photos I was talking about. Here's little Gannon. Oh, are these her searches? Here's some of her searches. Find real military singles. Parenting should be 4 people, not 1. I'm overdoing all the work for my stepkids and their mom doesn't help. Mom advice from stepmom. If you aren't involved with your kid's life story, you are shitty. My husband's ex-wife does nothing for her kids. I wonder if my husband's ex-wife is sending me a card since I raise her kids. I wonder if she's sending me a Valentine's Day card. She searched that twice. She searched one day. Some people will wish they treated you differently. No, bitch. One day you will wish that you treated people differently when you're the rest of your damn life in prison. You're trying everything you can to get out of it. Well, it ain't happening. Why should my husband choose me over family? Find me a rich guy who wants me to take care of his kids. Find a guy who wants me to take care of his kids and get paid. It's crappy. Some parents don't care for their kids or buy them presents. Parents are those who put their kids before their nails. My son burnt the carpet. How do I fix it? Will humidifier help if exposed to smoke? See, I believe that she was trying to cover the blood stain with wax. Smoke effects, will humidifier help? Smoke from fire effects, will humidifier help? Colorado law for kids staying at home. She even at one point accused him of doing drugs. Do you guys remember that? Like, all this is kind of coming back to me, so... Find me a new husband book. I feel like I'm just a nanny, not a stepmom. Husband uses me to babysit his kids. Is there any free money to move from a bad situation? There's mom on the day of the arrest. Now, I will say, Gannon's mom is on TikTok. Gosh, what is her name over there? She's changed it a couple times. After the video, I'll put it in the comments. She does a lot of videos talking about the updates from court and different things like that. Actually, let me see if I can pull it up real fast. For her husband out on Gannon. Yes, she did. Allegedly. I know. It does. Poor body was dumped. Oh, my. Oh. Let's see. I know that she's done, like, I'm going to pull it up on my phone just really quickly. I pulled up freaking Twitter, not TikTok. Already laid out all of his clothes and equipment. Sorry, that was one of my TikToks. I don't know. I wish that they would stop allowing her to play her little games and push stuff off. Hold on one sec. Let me mute this for just a second, just to make sure. Okay, so her name on there, you can search for @Landon, LANDEN, and find her. It used to be @mama_blue_Landon, but she has just the other day, her third video back is a video of Gannon playing in the snow. She constantly is posting and talking about him. Here's Gannon telling his mom he loves her. Oh, my God, you guys. Woo-hoo. I look like crap because I don't have makeup on and stuff, but I want y'all to see this. This is, like, really, oh, my God, you guys. Whew. But sassy patriot, I know. That's how I feel. I'm serious. It's just like, oh, yeah, she had a whole story. She had actually like 3 different stories about this man, Eduardo, who had come to the house, and he had attacked her, and Gannon was trying to save her and be her little hero. And like, okay. In the affidavit, authorities claim the 36-year-old killed her stepson in his bedroom January 27th and used the following day to dispose of his body. Physical evidence recovered from the residence and inside his bedroom supports that a violent event occurred in his bedroom which caused bloodshed, including blood spatter on the walls and enough blood loss to stain his mattress, soak through the carpet pad, and stain the concrete below his bed. The affidavit states, included in the documents are photos of Gannon's room and mattresses, as well as some of the 50 droplets of blood splatter that were found on the walls. Okay, I read that. Blood was also found in and on her Volkswagen Tiguan SUV, which authorities believe was used to dispose of the boy's body the following day in Douglas County. See, in Douglas County, they found a sock and a board with blood on it. The affidavit states Letecia lied to investigators on multiple occasions. We talked about her Google stuff. She was extremely difficult to interview during the early hours of investigations and routinely changed her narrative of what happened to her son. Look here. During the interviews on January 29th, she told investigators she had been raped by a man, Eduardo, who abducted Gannon after you see up there, vaginally penetrating her twice. Stauch claimed that she hit her head twice during the ordeal, but authorities found no head injuries on the woman. When authorities initially tried to detain her while they applied for a search warrant to obtain her DNA, she is said to have begun stuffing tissues in her pants and said she was having chest pains and shortness of breath. Authorities took her to get medical attention, and then she had someone pick her up from the hospital, basically. I don't know. Her daughter may be a witness in the case. Albert Stauch, my little boy is not coming home. We will never play Nintendo again. No more Taco Tuesdays. No more smooth-looking haircuts. Oh. And no more G-Man for the world. That is so sad. It just reminds me of my little boys, and Okay, I'm going to stop for a second and find the video of him going out to the car that day. And then, yeah. Yeah, that's okay, Lynn. You can drop the link. I had her I know, Sassy Patriot. It's sad. I'm sorry, you guys. I had her daughter's TikTok, but I don't know if I've seen the YouTube, or maybe. I know, it is heart-wrenching, snazzy trinkets jewelry. It really is. Okay, so here is Gannon. I'm okay, Broken Justice. It's just sad. Here, the trial is going to be tough for sure, Allison. So here we have her going to back the car in, I believe. Her neighbor, Roderick Drayton, he did some interviews and stuff. He's the one who said that he thought that Gannon on the tape seemed like he was drugged or something. Why does she need to do that? I guess he can't walk that far. I'm so curious of what happened because their timeline is just so odd because you never see him get back that day. And I wonder if he was already injured somewhat and spent the whole night kind of bleeding there in his bed, or I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know. So here in a second, we'll see him come out right here and walk to the door. Wait. Yeah, so she gets out and goes in. And then here he goes. He drops something. He don't even bend over to pick it up. She does. She comes up behind him, picks up what he dropped, and helps him get in the car. So that right there makes me think that something was wrong with him, right? Because like Bentley, if he's running to the car, and he's 5, Trenton especially, he's 13, they're running to the car, they drop tablet, phone, something like that. They're bending over immediately without even thinking, right? It's like instinctively just to grab it. You know how it is. If you drop something, you don't have to stand there and have a thought about grabbing it. You just bend over out of reflex. So he did not do that, and that always stood out to me. Let me go back. Okay, so here he comes. He's about to walk out right here. There he goes. Oh, my God, poor baby. Dropped it. Now he's just standing there looking at it and kind of just standing there. And then she comes and picks it up. Now, let me see if they have when she returns that day here, too. I don't see him get out of the truck. What's happening? They claim he maybe got out the other side or whatever, but you can kind of watch under the truck. Did you guys see it? What do you think about that part? Hey, David. The only one who doesn't see little Gannon. He's the first one that walked out by himself. He had like stripes down his legs. You might need your glasses because the footage is not good. Like it's, grainy footage. I never see Gannon get out of the vehicle. We see her get out. There she comes that day that all this happened. Now, where's he at? Is he unconscious in the truck or something? I don't know. Okay, hold on. Lynn, I was going to show you. So right there he is. He has the stripe down his leg. She just came. Okay, hold on. It's like a good 10 seconds. Okay, hold on. So watch right here. Wait. Here he comes. He just walked out. That's Gannon. He has like Adidas pants. There he dropped it. He's right here. Then he's just standing there looking at what he dropped. You'll see Letecia. There she is because she has on like a white hat. And then she bends over, picks up what he dropped, and then, puts him in the car. Roger Drayton actually did an interview, the neighbor who got this footage, where he claims that, like, watching it on his TV, that Gannon seemed drugged. I wonder if I could easily get it right.
Hey everyone. So it looks like we have a few is pretty close to the jail in the coroner's office. But I also want to mention
This is from the channel Lawless Lane. I'm going to drop it in the chat right now. And you guys can go check out the channel. Oh, wait, not like that. Don't want to do that either. I'm sorry, you guys. Copy. Dang it. Okay.
that there's a lot of empty space in that area as well. More interestingly, though, a neighbor has also come forward with some pretty compelling evidence. After watching security
looking
cam footage
beyond.
on his tablet from, I believe it was Sunday night, which would be the night before Gannon was reported as a runaway, the neighbor allegedly decided to take a closer look on a larger screen, and what he found bothered him enough to call the local police.
Oh, you're welcome,
Law
Lynn.
enforcement was reported to have said that whatever was on this footage could possibly be the break that this case needed. And when the neighbor showed this video to Albert, who is the father of
Hey, Midwest Meemaw. I love your name.
missing Gannon, he's said to have become really emotional and that he broke down crying. It's hard to say if that means it was good news or bad news. I mean,
111 people in here. 111
coming forward would probably result in tears. Anyhow, I think we're all holding our breath right now, just waiting to see what comes of these latest developments. So right now, this footage in its entirety is being held by officials and not being released to the public for fear of jeopardizing the case. This is a closer shot of what has been released from that news report. You can watch the whole thing at Fox 31, and I'll make sure to post the link to their YouTube video in the description. Okay, so
sorry, you guys. That's what we're going to look at. But let me say first, Jordan and anybody else in Florida, I hope you guys are okay and staying safe and stuff. That it's scary. I'm on the coast too, and I'm hurricane season scares me. The police first searched the house and went to the garage. They should have searched the vehicles there. I agree, Linda. I really do. That's what my 5 grandkids call me, Meemaw. Well, you're blessed. Blessed. Oh, this is who I got her letter from on Twitter, Nicole Fio. She's beautiful.
Jeremy Letecia, the evidence comes from a neighbor's surveillance camera. Police have asked us not to discuss it or show you this video just yet because it's part of their investigation. And to make sure we do nothing to compromise Gannon's search, we will abide by that. Let me just tell you this. We've been out here outside of Gannon's home, staking it all day. And just a few hours ago, a crimes team came with gloves, stayed for hours, and recently left with bags of evidence. As the search continues for 11-year-old Gannon Stauch, investigations center around the home he was last seen leaving. On day 7 of his disappearance, investigators walk inside with gloves, leaving with evidence bags bigger and bigger with each trip to the Metro Crime Lab van.
There's a lot being done behind the scenes, especially from the investigative side.
A few doors down, neighbor Roderick Drayton's doing some investigations of his own.
Couldn't sleep, so I just stayed up and just kind of kept looking through. I looked through it on my tablet. Then I said, let me come look on the TV to make sure.
What he found, police have asked us not to share yet.
This is something that the detectives are looking into, and it would be considered part of our investigation.
First thing in the morning I got up, I went and showed Gannon's father, and then they called investigators.
What did Gannon's father say? What was his reaction?
He just broke down crying.
Drayton says detectives were moved by the footage too.
They came right away.
Wow. Did they say anything?
Just the break they needed.
Do you feel that you're getting closer to answers?
You know, I don't have that answer. I don't know. Yeah. But I can say that this is being worked tirelessly and 24 hours a day, and we're not going to stop.
I don't know. Don't remember where it was that the neighbor says that he looks drugged. He does say that too. She can't see chat when she shares something. Let me see. Hey, Lex. Did I miss something? Lex Luthor. Oh, hey, Lex. No, I didn't see it. Yeah, when I'm sharing, you don't get to see the comments at all. And yeah, it's been a little bit of an emotional one. I would never ignore you. And then Jordan, thank you. We're hunkered down. Sister-in-law's in Florida. We've been checking on her and her husband. She's not far from it now. I can't believe it's at almost a category 5. always been so confused about this case. Was he injured when he was seen walking to the truck? Well, you can't hardly tell. We just watched that video and he's like just walking really slow. It threw a wrench in her game for sure. I think she hurt him so bad the night before. So he's walking real slow and then like he drops something and he looks down and then he doesn't bend over to get it, but she does. Hearing you so sad. I get it though. This case is heartbreaking. I know it's awful. Mm-mm. Regarding him being drugged, he probably couldn't move, so she dosed him with something. It would explain the movements and witness statements. Yep, you're probably right. And then later on, she makes claims that she thinks that he's into drugs. Like, okay, the last thing we're going to look at before I let you guys go, and I may, I'll probably be putting out more short videos, like pre-recorded stuff that I film like here and then upload and then just join you in chat. Like I put one out yesterday. It was just a read through of a letter in Lyric and Devin's case. And we're going to have those photos today. So that'll be really interesting. But yeah, so just be looking for more videos because I don't know when the next one will be. Let's see, Letecia Stauch interview. This is just, does she give the whole interview or Ooh, there's Roderick Drayton again. And then here's the stepmother's interview. Okay, so this is only 1 minute long. I'm going to click it just so we can see what it is. If he says that here.
Surveillance video that could be at the heart of a child murder case, showing Gannon leaving with his stepmom Letecia. But according to neighbor Roderick Drayton, Gannon is nowhere to be seen when Letecia returns.
I watched the video. I could slow it down, speed it up. I know he didn't come home with her, so I knew she'd done something with him or to him.
Drayton started reviewing footage after a knock on the door from the FBI.
Just kept looking through video, hundreds of clips until I found it.
From the start, a search team scoured acres of land looking for Gannon. Letecia has maintained her innocence.
A little emotional.
Cassie Brown knows the family.
It's been really tough.
Her son.
I feel bad for her daughter. I can't help it because her daughter's dad passed away when she was a little girl. And now her mom is in jail and for life. And her mom is crazy. I mean, the amounts of lies and all the different crazy stories and twists and turns that she's thrown into this case. I mean, I just feel bad for Harley. I wonder what her childhood must have been like.
I am Letecia Stauch, which is Gannon's mother.
Oh, you guys, I'm so angry already. I have not rewatched this since finding out like everything that happened. She left him in the truck or lying somewhere. She manipulated her daughter. Absolutely. Did Lex come back? I don't know. I had the same Lily Pulitzer dress she was wearing on her Facebook. I got rid of it. Okay, Sassy Patriot. Have a good day. I was Gannon with them and not the mother. I don't know if I've talked. So mom she was pregnant and going through a lot of health issues. I think that, like mom now has Gannon's sister who was with Al and Letecia. So I don't think that she wasn't not allowed to have them or anything. I just think she was pregnant. There's a lot of health issues. I do think she's in recovery, but that is not, I've had quite a few talks with her, text messages. She sent me pictures of Gannon's little sisters and she's never told me that. That's just something that like, I feel like I've heard, so I don't know if that's for sure, but I think he was injured in that video and just didn't care about the stepchildren. Oh. So then also her daughter, she Lex didn't come back. That sucks. Well, yeah, her daughter, she sent her daughter to the store after all these supplies, like cleaning supplies and a brush to clean the carpet cleaner, like bleach, vinegar. I don't remember. It was like a list of things. Okay, let's keep watching them.
You've been a part of the investigation since the very first time. You were the last person to see him. Is that right?
Correct.
What did you see when you last saw him?
Well, I'm not allowed to talk about anything with the case. I would more so be willing to talk about how the community needs to have faith and continue to work together and not make these false accusations, like the things that have been said that I've disappeared.
That's all she's worried about. False accusations. And you wait and hear what the hell she says. I forgot about this. She says, like, if you could say anything to Gannon, what would you say? And she's like, well, I just can't wait to come back and prove all these people wrong that I'm innocent. Just wait, you guys.
From the community, I haven't been there to help, but there's lots of reasons behind that.
Reasons like death threats, right?
Oh, Linda,
Death
thank
threats are
you.
one of them. My
Welcome.
family's getting lots of death threats. We counted over 20 some death
Thank you for joining, Linda. Welcome.
threats already. 2, my husband's ex-wife is living in our home, and of course I'm not coming home to do these things and to help with the family when I was kind of like told I couldn't. And then many other things that happened with the El Paso County Police Department, and in doing the investigation I was told I wasn't complying. And can I elaborate on that?
Please do.
Yes. So I asked for an attorney during the interview, and I was denied that by them. I was held because they were blocking the door, and I was told I couldn't leave, and that if I would have touched them, they would have probably, said I still wasn't complying, or said I was, trying to run away or something. But during the interview, I asked several times, could I stop the interview? Could I get an attorney? Could I stop the interview? Could I get an attorney? I was denied. I was told I couldn't get nothing to drink. I couldn't go to the bathroom. I mean, it's continuously that my constitutional rights were violated.
Oh, now you're saying the same thing. I mean, how hard is it to go in there and tell them what happened that day and what they need to know? You shouldn't need to get up and go to the bathroom, do this, do that. I mean, just...
That's why you say that they said then you weren't cooperating with the investigation.
That's why they said I wasn't cooperating at that time. Correct.
And why did you ask for an attorney at the time?
Well, I asked for an attorney at the time.
Madhouse says the U-Haul was right there. That is something that I was going to point out. So I think he says something about like who's here helping you. And she talks about her family or something. Gannon was still in Colorado. He went to Florida with them. So I don't know if he was there in the U-Haul, but it's very possible. Didn't she act like she had chest pains? Yes, she did. After she stuffed tissues down her pants. Hey, Case, how are you? Yeah, she's not showing her face. So exactly. So people can't read her body language and her facial expressions.
Because there was one individual, there was 2 really good detectives. And so I'm not, going to talk bad about the detectives, but the tactics they started to get when I would answer questions, they try to, they're detectives. They're supposed to twist. The one main goal is to find Gannon. But during that time, some of those things made me feel uncomfortable the way they were saying things. So I immediately stopped and felt like an attorney would help me with some of the vocabulary and things like that I needed help with and understanding some of the things that they were asking.
I'm going to shift gears to what has become a huge obviously trying to do the right thing, help find Gannon. But at the same time, sometimes it just feels like rumor mongering. Have you seen any of those comments yourself?
We have. And see, that's one of the main things we haven't been around in the public eye, because I didn't want to expose my family to it if all these things were going on. There was comments about Gannon getting pushed off the hike, and there was comments about this, and that's just not true. I took care of Gannon for the last 2 years in our home.
Yeah, and you were so pissed about it, weren't you? So during the interview, they start to ask her about like DNA, and because she claims that she was attacked by someone, and Gannon was there at the time and like trying to help save her. And they ask if they can do like a swab to get any DNA, and she sticks tissues down her pants. Have a good live on your morning stroller jog. Hey. Well, good. Hey, Angela, I'm glad you have us to listen to. I wish I had it in me to do jogs every morning. I'd probably feel a lot better. I don't know. I think her daughter knew, in my opinion. Somebody, I was going to click. I did click on it. That they wonder what her daughter thought when she threw the suitcase under the bridge. over the bridge, and me too. Did she see that? Did she go? I feel like she left in the middle of the night or something, because they got her during court. We went through like all of her locations. I'd have to go back and watch my old live stream to see. I gotta go. Bye, Katie. Thanks for hanging out with us. She tried to produce a lie detector test. Yes, she was caught trying to get a fake lie detector test. Like, you can Google fake lie detector test. And when the people found out like the kind of questions that it was about a missing kid, like this company is for like probably cheating spouses and stuff like that. When they heard it was about a missing kid, they called police. Oh, that's okay, Bella Blonde. 16:30 here. So 4:30. End of your day, getting to go home probably. Maybe Harley couldn't tell what she knew. That's kind of what I think, Tennessee. Probably scared. Look what she did to Gannon. Oh, she upgraded. Oh, so she was already a member, but she wanted to be in the Slash Jag. I see. Yeah, thank you.
Home because his mother didn't want to do it. And I would never, ever hurt
Bye,
this
Katie.
child.
Have a
And
good
I know there's
day.
some questions out there about, okay, so tell me what happens. That's up to the investigations when they end up letting you guys know. But I've cooperated with them, even to the point that we were held with a gun. And my daughter, a 17-year-old who serves our country in the United States Air Force, who has never committed a crime or done anything wrong in her life, was put in handcuffs over the keys that was in her purse so they could take her car.
And they weren't in there.
They weren't even in her car. I mean, in her purse.
And
they were in my pocket.
You originally didn't even know it was the law enforcement officers?
I didn't know it was a law enforcement officer because when he came out, I guess he was putting his jacket on, and it wasn't necessarily his fault. He was adjusting and happened to catch me. But I saw the gun and I panicked originally and kind of thought, oh gosh, I got to, like, who's this guy? And then once I realized it was the sheriff's office, I was totally okay, but they still had a gun and told me they were going to shoot me.
Madhouse.
But I was really concerned about my daughter, asking why she was being detained in handcuffs and things like that, when that shouldn't even happen for a child. That shouldn't happen for someone who was standing inside of a store shopping, because we couldn't have any clothes because all of our clothes were here. If we came here and got clothes, you know, we would be harassed. So she went to purchase some underwear and things like that and was put in the handcuffs in the store, you know, and then brought out with men with guns. And
If they came to get clothes, they'd be harassed by Landon. Of course, Landon's staying there. She don't live there. She doesn't she probably didn't have the funds ready for a hotel and stuff out of nowhere. She wasn't planning on Gannon going missing. And your little evil ass fucking, I don't, we couldn't come here and get our clothes because we'd be harassed. Bull, whatever. You are a liar.
That's just not okay. You know, they could have approached me and said, hi, I'm with El Paso County.
Yes,
Can I
she
please
is,
get
Bella.
this? Instead of the way that it happened.
I'm just going to take a shot. You're doing great.
Yeah, exactly, Case. Oh, don't turn around and look.
Sounds like we're good. Every once in a while, my mic will give out, and I want to make sure it's not going to happen here.
Oh my God, you are such a weirdo. I get so angry at just looking at the back of her head. Imagine her being a teacher at your kid's school. She was a teacher, you guys, for a short, brief period of time, but she was.
Necessarily crime rates, but the way that people are reacting online to rumors about you with the story.
Oh, yes. Wow. The rumors have gotten so bad. I pretty much have been told at least 10 different ways that these people have these conspiracy theories. I guess they watch a lot
Bella,
of law
thank you
shows
so
and
much.
maybe they have all
Lynn
these
has it.
theories
Lynn,
on
can you drop
how,
that for me, pretty
Gannon
please?
is dead. And that's
The
what they're
membership
saying.
link.
So I'm like, why are you saying Gannon is dead? He is not dead. We are going to find Gannon. And that's the main goal that we all have. My family has. Just because you haven't seen us, we have that same goal. We've been out searching. My aunt has been out searching. My family has been out searching. We all have been doing that together.
So we were wondering who went back with her. I remember talking about this recently. I knew it was family. It was her aunt. It was her, Harley, and an aunt. Was there anybody else?
So that we could protect each other.
How does it feel when not only you have a lost child you are in care of, but then people blaming you for that child not being there?
You know, I'm just ready for Gannon to come home. Most importantly, for him to see his family. But second, I am going to be so ecstatic when I'm able to say to people that I hope they have a really sincere apology for all these theories that have came out online, for all the things they said that I have done or people have done.
Are you fucking kidding me? I'm sorry, you guys, but oh my God, listen to
I just want
this.
everyone to know that I hope they have a really just ready for Gannon to come home.
A lost child you are in care of, but then people blaming you for that child not being here.
You know, I'm just ready for Gannon to come home. Most importantly, for him to see his family. But second, I am going to be so ecstatic when I'm able to say to people that I hope they have a really sincere apology for all these theories that have came out online, for all the things they said that I have done or people have done. I just want everyone to know that we're going to find Gannon. And I love him so much. I've helped taking care of him for so long.
And I love him so much. I've helped taking care of him for so long.
How come I don't know him?
Gannon is so kind.
Oh, welcome,
he
Bella.
loves to
Thank
play
you
video
for
games. That's one of
joining.
his favorite things. He loves Sonic and Mario, and you know he's always helpful. And he was always so helpful with the dogs around the house. And we have 2 little cute dogs, and he was always like a person I could say, Gannon, can you go do this? And he would do it right away.
Oh
you know,
my
sometimes
gosh,
with kids you have to
Michelle.
remind them and things like that, and that's okay. But he was so sweet and able to help anyone. He could.
Okay, couple things. Michelle, how does it feel being there? Like just the vibe in the air. And then ooh, that's true, Anonymous. And lips, no, it is not. This is this is a child who went missing and was murdered, Gannon Stauch, in 2020. This is his stepmom. Was it 2020? I think it was 2020. Oh, thank you for being here, Bella. No, she doesn't, Aunt B. She really, really doesn't. I just think she hated the mom so much. I do too. She was jealous. 100% believe
Notice when
that.
you're sick and say, "Are you okay?" And such a kind heart.
All you're worried about is, oh, I just can't wait for him to tell everyone they were wrong about me. Yeah, because
I know you just said that you can't say anything about the investigation, so you can just say so again if you can't answer this. But is there anything we can hear about the hike? Was there a hike? We don't. That just seems like rumors right now.
You know what? Could we bring my daughter up here? Because she can go and say.
oh my God, I forgot about this. So watch this. She forgets that she's still mic'd. She walks off and she's telling her daughter what to say.
That, you know, she came home from work after the hike. And
I'm
she
glad
could
we
verify
rewatched
that
this
Gannon
because I
was at our
forgot a
home.
lot about this.
That's fine with me. If she doesn't want to, that's okay. But you're allowed.
That's fine.
Okay so far?
Smoky Blue Days, no, I don't
need
think
Harley.
so.
I need Harley. Because they want you to verify was Gannon at home after the hike. Because you didn't go to the hike, but you came home from work.
Yep, she did.
No, just answer the question. Yes, you came home from work and you could verify Gannon was at home. Yeah. I told her she didn't have to be too in depth because she is still, you know, a child. But I want to make sure that someone knows that there's another person to verify that Gannon.
Oh my God.
Does she need to hold this?
No.
Yes, so I came home later that evening. I was at work. I can verify that he was there that night.
So there was a hike that you guys went on, but then you guys came off.
Yes.
Where'd you guys go hiking?
Yeah, fuck this lady. Oh, lips, I'm telling you, this would
And then
make
we
you
ate
so
Burger King
angry.
afterwards, so, you know.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes, she did, Madhouse.
And then it just was, I'm gonna go to play at a friend's house. And then it was just, I'm off to go to play at a friend's house.
Unfortunately, I'm not able to like comment on that anymore, and for that reason, it's because some things have been turned and twisted, and you know that was one of those stories you were talking about where people say things.
There you go, lips.
We had to hear things like who would let their child go out at dark and things like that, and that's just why I don't want to answer that. If I had to give, I'm not gonna say that part.
That's okay.
Never mind.
Right.
I could take that out.
I understand that it gets tricky with legal stuff.
Oh my gosh, lips, I got to hear what you're thinking recently with all this stuff, Dawn getting out. You know, Candace have been so quiet. I really would love to talk to you.
Like
we should do a video or something sometime, chat about it.
Turn the tide of what feels like a witch hunt, in my opinion.
I hope, am I on camera now?
You are
okay,
still.
okay. I think that a lot of people can see that I'm not missing and see that I am being cooperative. But to me, it's okay that they think those things because the way someone thinks about me, I don't have a problem with that. My main thing is I would never want someone to think that I would hurt Gannon or any of the children in our home, because that's just not the case. I've spent my whole entire life working so hard in education. There was even things online that was talking about my education license and I shouldn't even be a teacher. And they just didn't know that. Like, we moved on a military move and I didn't finish out my contract. So I gave up my license in that state. It had nothing to do with any criminal activity, or any of those things.
I just can't imagine her teaching my
It
kids.
just
This
got
is
blown out of
almost over,
proportion
you
on my
guys.
professional status, and
Do you feel like these are just internet detectives who think they know what they're doing?
it definitely is. And here's the thing that kind of saddens me. It's like, if you're going to talk about someone like that and have a witch hunt out for them, why would you even care about doing those things? Because this is a child. You're telling me that you're just as mean, you're just as hateful to talk about someone else like that. That's how I feel. Like, we just should not. We should all come together and wait until the end and see what happens, because Gannon's going to come home.
Any message for Gannon?
The message for Gannon I have is, Gannon, when you get here, you'll be able to truly tell what happened. And then I really hope I get a sincere apology from everyone who has made all those things, especially from my husband.
We just wanted to add a message to Gannon from my family, is that we love you and miss you, and we hope that you come home soon. And Gannon, I can't wait till you can come home and let everyone know that you're okay. We love you.
Oh my God, I just cannot believe. How do you do a message to Gannon and
Wanted
it's
to add a message to Gannon.
And I really hope.
Any message for Gannon?
The message for Gannon I have is, Gannon, when you get here, you'll be able to truly tell what happened. And then I really hope I get a sincere apology from everyone who has made all those things, especially from my husband.
We just wanted to add a message to
oh
Gannon
my
from my
God,
family.
you guys, she makes me so angry. What in the world? You are just, Lips, I know you said that you were going to contact me in Messenger and I was looking for it. Did you do it today or like the other day? Because I don't know where it went because I didn't see it. But yeah, I'm totally down for that. That'd be super fun. I'm 30 minutes from her hometown. She may get the death penalty. So they ended it in Colorado, but she was charged like within the time frame that she can still get it. When you get married, the kids become yours as well. Absolutely. Remember, she's saying they took her bed and she didn't get anything to sleep on. That didn't happen. As long as they still provide medical help, I don't think it's unethical. Oh, wait, were you saying what your niece said? Because I know your niece, you said she treated her. She did her internship there, and they do have rights murder or not. I know I couldn't do it. Wow. She's definitely narcissistic. That one day in a messenger of you and your... I'm thinking if you have an old account, found an old account of mine or something, but I've only ever had one. I need to, yeah, I don't know. I wonder if you sent it to the wrong person. Just email me and I'll call you. I'll call you from my new number or message you. You, a guy, and Bentley in the middle. What the heck? I don't know. When you get done, if you want to discuss the scene, I can jump on panel. Should we do like a new one for that instead of doing it at the end of this? What do you guys think? Oh my God, I just cannot wait till the day that we see the actual court process play out, till we see that she's, I hope she gets the death penalty. She deserves it. Till we get to see Gannon's mom, sit there and all of it be done and her get to heal, because I don't think that she could heal yet at this time. Wait, that's not Bentley. Can you screenshot that account, please? Michelle, do you think we should do it on this one, or do you want to do it? Or you? No, it's under Allie, Allie Erickson, and it's just me. I'd start a new one so it's more separate. I'm thinking we should do it on its own separate one. Thank you for coming by, Diamond Eyes. Michelle, let me know if you want to do that, if you're okay with that. And we could do it now or we could do it in a little bit. I just need to pee and get a drink. I found you. Oh my God. I cannot believe that. Alrighty then. So Michelle is at the crime scene of another case I'm covering, and then Lips and I are talking about Summer's case. As far as Letecia and Gannon, I think that we just have to wait and see. You know, I'll keep you guys updated as things happen. I'll definitely be putting it out there. Who knows with her? I honestly fear that she's going to try to push this off until I don't know, until she can't anymore. I don't know how that ends or where that ends, but what grade did she teach? I think it was middle school. I'm good with doing a separate one. Okay, Michelle, can you do me a favor and email me really quick so I can get your number and call you and talk to you about because I really would like to run down to the store. I have to pick up Bentley at 2. I could do it now or we could do it after that, but this way, hard out. Okay, awesome, Lips. Thank you. Scottsville. Oh, cool. Ellie, and so does your twin. That's funny, you guys. Yeah. This other case, I don't know if you guys have been following it, Lyric and Devin. They are 2 teenagers who their killer has still not been found. So it's one that's kind of just breaking. It's sad though. Look at this. Gannon, I think he went missing January. Let me look at the exact date. I know it was in January. I'm going to just Google. I want to see how long this court process has taken from start to finish. Which we had COVID. January 27th of 2020. So we are 2 years, 9 months, and 1 day later, and she still has not been to court yet. 2 years, 9 months, 1 day later. Wow. Hey, I'm down for that. Lips. I'm just excited to have some stuff to talk about with Summer and some things to go through. Yep, you're right, Anonymous. Yeah, in North Carolina, Heiress. And I did I did a live on it and I did a short video. But Michelle, who's in the chat, she lives in the place where this happened. She's at the crime scene getting us some photos. I did a short video yesterday of the letter that I'm sorry, somebody's pulling up. One of Devin's classmates wrote. But anyways, oh yeah, she did. She lied about her dad dying. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna jump off here because somebody's pulling up, and we definitely need to. Oh, I love you too. I saw that, and I was wanting to talk to you about it and stuff. We should definitely do that. So yeah, I'm gonna hop off of here. Michelle, email me so we can get together today. And I love and appreciate you guys. As far as Letecia goes, well, any of these cases, I'll be putting updates out. Just have your notifications on, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay, bye.